What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. This is your boy, Carol Minerva, back again with another video. Before I get started, make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, and share button. I'm not going to make this long. I'd have to do this introduction because YouTube has kind of really been tricky and weird about, what's going on in these videos, the first 30 seconds to a minute. So make sure you guys share, subscribe, and like. But outside of that, today we're doing a gun review, okay? We're going to do a gun review on arguably the best budget I almost said shotgun. The best budget handgun on the market. What is that you say? PSA Dagger. We're going to talk about it. So, with all that being said, so what comes in the bag when you get a PSA Dagger? It's pretty much all your usual stuff. When you first get it, you have your manual. You get, of course, information from the ATF. PSA Dagger has an RMR slide cut. So basically this is your RMR plate. And of course you have your Allen wrench and your original screws that they will prefer that you use in case you decide to mount anything. It comes with one magazine, which is of course a PMAG, unfortunately. Everybody knows you need to go ahead and get Glock mags. You got your lock. Same stuff that's pretty much standard to everything else. This is your PSA Dagger, okay? It comes, like I said, with the plate not on in case you want to immediately go ahead and mount a red dot, which I will be doing soon. What you see here, of course, is clear, no mag. So let's talk about this thing really quick. I just read off pretty much, the specs and all of this stuff. I'm not gonna really bore you guys with a lot of the specs and talking about this and that, but just a real quick rundown. The overall length of this firearm is 7.65 inches. The overall width is 1.28 inches. Without the magazine, the overall height is 4.78 inches. And the barrel length itself is pretty much 4.5 inches. Okay. The barrel is stainless steel. Of course, it has a black finish. The sights here, as you can see, these are Ameriglo lower 1/3 co-witness day sights. These are not night sights. Glocks usually come with night sights, but hey, this isn't a Glock, and for $315, I mean, like, what can you really expect? So like I said, it comes with one magazine, which is a PMAG. Now, I did play with this thing a little bit. I haven't shot it yet, but I played with it a little bit, and what I noticed is when you put the mag in, there's a little bit of play here. And that kind of gets on my nerves because if we put it down here, like I'm going to do a review on this one too. You see I have a Glock 19 Gen 5 drop mag. It's clear. You take your magazine from your Glock, you put it in. There's literally, it's no play here. So if you put that, you take the P mag again, drop the mag. You take the Glock mag, I mean, I wouldn't say that it's something to where you would just like be all crazy over, but that still kind of like bothers me. But again, for $315, I mean, and again, the size of this thing is pretty much like this is a Glock 19 Gen 5, by the way. But, the size is pretty much relative. Like, again, this is a Gen 5 Glock 19. The PSA Dagger, it takes on like a Gen 3. I would say this is a comparable to a Gen 3 Glock. Just being honest with you guys also too, like right off the bat, if you ask me, the trigger is terrible. Like I said, I'm a Glock guy. I'm used to the Glock trigger. As you can see here, the trigger on the PSA Dagger is literally terrible. I'm definitely going to have to change this out. I do not like it. It's really weird. And even if you look at the trigger on the, like I said, this is my daily, everyday carry Glock 23. They're pretty much all the same, like as far as length. They're pretty much all the same. The of course the Glock 23 is a little bit wider because of you know, it takes 40 instead of 9mm. But yeah, that's one of the main things that I don't like is the trigger. The trigger sucks, but of course it has, like I said, it has like, you know, your standard Glock type of build. You have your mag release here, which is pretty much like Gen 3. Like I said, it's not ambidextrous like, you know, Gen 4, Gen 5. You know, of course, you know, I got one with a threaded barrel and things like that. Of course, I plan on suppressing it. But if you hold it in your hands, the feel is great. It doesn't feel cheaply built. You know, it doesn't feel like a high point or anything like that. And again, we're talking $315. So, I mean, you know, not everything can be perfect. Like as you see, like the trigger, it's like you don't get slide bite from here either. I noticed they kind of did something with this. So no matter how you rack the slide or it's shooting or whatever the case may be, you're not going to get that slide bite that you could potentially get like here on a Glock. You see how here on the Glock it's not as far back. You know, I've never had the slide bite, but I've heard people say they've got, you know, that bite from here. You know, when you know, racking a slide and you shooting and you know, stuff like that. But if you see here on the PSA Dagger, let me put this down. If you see here on the Dagger, it's obvious that they really made an effort to prevent that. You know, you don't get that weird feeling from, you know, when you're shooting the Glock. Also, like you get that knuckle pain right here. Down here, you don't really get that. They made sure they did something with that, so you don't have that problem either. Like these aren't things that I've personally experienced, but people have said they've had those issues and things like that. So you know, you don't have to worry about that bite. You know, like I said on the Glock, you can see here where it's like, you know, your hand is pretty much right there. You can get bitten. It's never happened to me, but you know, it's there. It could happen to you. So, like I said, $315. These are not night sights. Like if you see here on the Glock, I don't want to point it all in the camera. The Glock does have the night sights. The PSA, it does not. It's pretty much already ready for you. It's already suppressor ready. You know, it's a good feel in hand. The texture down here is pretty much, it kind of feels like Gen 4. You know, it's not that cheap plastic feel. It's a good texture. You know, it feels good, holds good in the hand. You know, outside of that, you know, of course, I got, you know, the indenture slide and, you know, the grooves back here, which help you get a better grip on the slide. And, you know, whether you're going to cock forward, cock backward, however you want to do it, you know. Yeah, it feels great in the hand, man. PSA Dagger. Arguably the best budget handgun on the market today. So if you ask me, they go on sale here and there. I would recommend one. You know, if you're, you know, just for $315, man. I mean, can you really beat it? You know, compared to, like I say, you know, my Glock. You know, my Glock 19, which is gonna be soon my new everyday carry. But you know, I got me another range toy. Like I said, the PSA. Can you really beat it for $315? As far as, you know, for the Glock, you know, it's Gen 5 and things like that, but $600+. Can you really beat it? So yeah, guys, this has pretty much been like a quick review. PSA Dagger, man, $315. Arguably the best budget handgun on the market right now. So hey, if you watched this far, man, make sure you like, subscribe, and you share the video. And until next time, man, I'm gonna holler at you later. I appreciate you guys for watching.